Solana lost the 20 moving average down here. You can see this red line up here. Yesterday, this red candle fell below the 20 moving average, which is not a good thing. You can see today that we are trying to get back above the 20, but we are not doing that. The good side is that we are still not below the 50. That's I don't know how good that is, but it is good. It is a good side, and we are right now getting to a big support down here. So we're gonna see if we can actually manage to hold that support and bounce from there. The late adopter. Before we start, as always, if you're interested in some kind of altcoins that is not called Solana, you know, there are 6,000 altcoins. Want to know what's good, what's not, what's pumping, what's not pumping, stuff like that, check out the Patreon link down below. That said, Solana, and let's go a little back so just so I can get my lines. There have been certain lines, certain levels that we do not want to break. Two of these levels are the, let me just clean up here, is this red line. That's the 20 moving average. We didn't want to break that. We broke that to the downside, unfortunately. So right now we have to be looking at 50 moving average, and 50 is all the way down at 141. So we gotta look at that. The other one is this trend up here. It was really steep trend, so it's no wonder we are breaking it, but we have to look for another trend as well, because this trend is getting broken right now. So if you go to the 4-hourly time frame, you'll see here that this trend was pretty decent trend, and we can even put it something like up here, I don't know, something like this, but we are still breaking it. You can see here, went down, went up, right now getting below it. So I think we might go a little bit more down if we fail to get up here. If we fail to get up here, we might go down, because this is you know, breaking the trend. You can see big red candle right now trying to get back up again, but as soon as we start hitting the moving averages and the trend line, we got to reject again. Let's see down here if there is divergence or anything like that on the chart. There is no, so it's technically bearish cross here on the 4-hourly volume, and volume is also saying right now that you know, the volume kicked in a little bit when we had this move to the downside, but not that much. And technically still, if you look at a bigger picture, this is a daily time frame, this is still the way I see it, going sideways, and the volume is just dropping down, which is actually quite a good thing. And right now the volume is pretty low down here, so something must happen, either downside or the upside. And I know what you might be thinking, hey man, I'm watching this video and you're saying 50-50, just tell me direction. But it's not how that, you know, tech analysis work. And there is always somebody that comments saying, hey man, you know, you just said nothing, like 50-50%. Sometimes it's just like that, 50-50%, maybe a little bit more bullish, maybe a little bit bearish, but right now I think we are a little bit more sideways, because we got a huge support down here on 50 moving average, and unless we break that, if we break that, we're gonna be super bearish. But if we manage somehow to bounce off of the 50 moving average above the 10 moving average and everything up here, we're gonna be super bullish. So it's either not 50-50, it's either super bullish or super bearish. Okay, keep that in mind, keep that in mind. Right now we got this bearish cross on the MACD. You can see these reds down here, so that's pushing us a little bit towards downside. On the weekly time frame, we are having this, you know, turnaround or flip, or, you know, rollover, or whatever you want to call it, on the MACD. But we're still above the moving averages. We're still above the 10 moving average, 20 moving average, and so forth. And there is no divergence up here on the top as well. Let me just see this up here. I forget. Yeah, there is no divergence up here on top on the weekly. So on the weekly time, it doesn't look that bad. The volume is going down with the price going sideways, which is actually good, getting ready to, you know, pump again. But how long it's gonna take? What's gonna happen next? Hard to say, guys. Hard to say. So what we're gonna do today is just establish some level of support that we cannot break, you know, just so we know where we're going. So the first one, of course, is the 50 moving average down here at 142. That's tomorrow is going to be a little bit here at 145, maybe something like that, give or take. And then on the weekly time frame, we got big support down here at 135. This 135 cannot break, because if we go down here to 135 and we break that, we get a low and get a lower low, which is quite bad move. So you don't want to do that. And the third one is, of course, the 10 moving average at 129. So I think these three levels are very important levels not to break. We also got this here at 32 and this at 129. 125, but you know, we're not going to talk about that. So from the upside, you got a 142 that, you know, we should not break under any circumstance. If you do break it might be quite bearish. Then you are falling below that 135 that might, you know, hold, and 129. So these three levels are very important for Matic right now to hold, and because that's what we are still looking for right now. This is on the daily time frame. This has been going for over a week towards downside. You are breaking certain moving averages. You have to know where your support, where the support is, right? You have to know what kind of support you're breaking, or what's happening. You can see down here that this support got broken with the red candle as well, and we cannot get back above it, and so forth. So this support is being broken, so we are looking at the next support and next support. I think this is the big support. That's the 50 moving average. If you can get above the bounce on the 50 moving average, everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. I don't see any kind of pattern down here. I mean, you can argue that this is some kind of channel towards the downside. I was actually thinking this might be some kind of a falling wedge, but you know, this move towards the upside didn't. It looks more like some kind of channel towards downside. So maybe, you know, some kind of channel. Again, you don't want to lose this as well, and this is going to be around the same where the 50 moving average is. So this level at 142, very important level to hold. So keep it in mind until tomorrow. 142, don't want to break that level. Anything above that is just trading range, just trading range. Sometimes, you know, life is like this. You cannot get, you know, certain movement in which direction this is going to go. But we are looking right now to get finding some kind of bottom and bouncing off the bottom, because this does look bullish on the weekly time frame, and that's the only thing that matters. That said, come back tomorrow to the channel and check out for Solana video, and because notifications are not going out, and check out the Patreon link down below if you're interested in other coins that are not going sideways. You know, some coins, you know, go up, some coins go down, you know, but we are interested in these upper coins. Solana right now is going, unfortunately, sideways. So we're gonna see what's happening tomorrow. See you around. Bye bye.